Hello, hello, hello. My name is Moon, and I have some quick business to get through before this episode begins. First off, this is the second episode of the A-Team campaign we are currently producing. Make sure to check out the B-Team campaign and other content we put out as well. We are very new to this, so please forgive any mistakes with audio. We will only improve from here. And there is a content warning in the description of this episode. Thank you for listening, and please enjoy your time in the 12 Mystic Seas. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Moon, and I am so excited to bring you the second episode of the A-Team for Tales from the 12 Mystic Seas. We're all pumped, we're all excited, we're all ready to go. You know these players, you know their characters, we want to see them meet and finally interact now, so I think we're really excited to just kind of get going with this one. But real quick to reintroduce, could everyone just reintroduce themselves very quickly?
Yes.
And who you are playing.
Oh, right. Hello, gamers. I am Jaden Weed. I am Louis Paraffin of the wonderful A-Team. Yay!
Let's go!
Yippee!
Yay!
Yay!
Yippee!
Yay!
Whoa.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
My name is Sawyer. I will be paying Puck.
How much are you paying him?
Wow.
Oh my god.
20 million.
20 million.
20 million.
You're playing Puck.
I am playing Puck, and I'm excited to get into the character more this time.
Ooh.
Yay.
Yes.
Gaming.
Gaming.
Absolutely.
I guess that leaves me. Hi, I'm Teddy, and today I am not Teddy, actually. I'm playing Cherri Vivaldi, and happy to be here again.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
So with
Oh,
those
yes.
introductions aside, let's begin another episode in the 12 Mystic Seas.
Cue
music.
Yeah, I'm pausing for music. That's copyright. That is so copyright. That is so copyright. That is so copyright. I'm speaking over it so that no. You cannot just do things and then just tell me to edit them later.
We'll cut it in post.
No, you can't decide that. You can't decide that. You know what? I'm cutting. You know what? I'm cutting for music now. Welcome back to the 12 Mystic Seas. We begin with a certain curseborn, Louis.
We?
It has been quite some time since you have been a free curseborn.
I am a free wax person.
40 years later, you still have some contacts, and while your original crew is dead, you still have some people that, well, maybe.
We do not know that yet. I can still hold that hope.
You still have some contacts that appreciate what you did during your time as an adventurer and still hold some level of loyalty to you. You get a letter. You don't entirely get a letter first. What you hear is snail mail.
That's the snail?
You look down and you see, for the first time in 40 years, snail mail just kind of sliding up to you. Hey, Louis, what's going on?
Oh my god, it is snail. Hello, snail. How are you?
Hey, you know what? I'm doing real good. Still going along. Good to see you out. See you out.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
How's the
there's a lot of-
wife?
Oh,
Wife good?
yeah.
Oh,
She's
yes.
great. Look, I just gotta apologize. There's a big backlog of stuff people tried to send you.
Oh.
There's some pretty strong anti-magic, so I wasn't able to get into your cell, right?
Yes, not a lot of mail or magazines.
Yeah,
Nothing really gets through, unfortunately. But that's it, all right. because you're here now, and
Yes, of
very happy
course.
to be out in the. It is not sunny out, is it?
I'm gonna say you're in just the worst tavern you've ever been in the Sea of Darkness. You were on the floor level of the Sea of Darkness. You're not like up with the paniki on the ceiling.
On the ceiling, yes.
Yeah, there was one singular female Radon working this bar. She looks just so tired. Her fur, like it's not like the tips of her fur is gray. Now all of her fur is gray, and the tips of her fur is like ghostly white. She hasn't reacted at all to you being a curseborn, and she probably doesn't see you, if that makes sense. You turn around, you see pretty late stage cataracts in her eyes.
Oh, I like this woman.
The rest of this tavern is empty.
Just me, myself, and
And
the
a snail.
snail.
Snail goes, "Hey, anyway, so I'm here with a letter for you that was just sent. So this isn't part of the backlog. It's kind of a new thing."
Oh, I see.
Yes, yeah. You see, as is normal, tied in a tight, not bow, just a tight knot on this, balanced perfectly on Snail Mail's shell. There is a letter that has been wound up and tied.
Wonderful. Thank you. All right.
You
Time
pick it
to-
up, untie the knot.
And it rolls right out into my little waxy palms. I read the letter.
It says, "Hello, Louis. I believe, based on my original timing, you will be a free curseborn. This excites me. Of course, your original case, ... Let's not get into that now. You may be interested what I did with your sword. Unfortunately, times have been hard since your capture. I have tried my best to keep track of its whereabouts, and I believe right now it is upon a casino ship, which means you may need to bet for it back. If your poker face is the same it's always been, that should not be an issue. Just remember, keep your cards down, play it safe, and never go all in. Not again. I'm still missing my left foot. Signed, you know who."
God damn it! Why did he sell it? Oh, God. It is fine. Sorry,
wanna-
Mr.
do-
Snail. It is,
Do you wanna write a letter back? It's okay,
Maybe,
you don't have to.
maybe a little later. But
Okay.
right now it seems I must go back out to sea.
Oh. Where?
Well, it looks like it seems it is on a boat of some kind. A poker ship? Poker
Oh.
face? No.
Probably the Somnium. Oh, or the Somnus. Somnus, that's what it is.
Right. Do you
They're
know what
coming in
sea it
soon.
is? Oh,
I believe so. I know they just came from the Sea of Wine, and they're doing a little stretch. Yeah.
right. Well, Mr. Snail,
Yes.
if you would like to give my backlog to the shipyard, you know which one it is.
Yeah. I'm gonna double check and make sure your ship is still there.
It has been quite a while.
It's probably been compounded and sold in the last 4 decades.
Do not remind me. There is
My
so much paperwork that is to be done. Unlimited paperwork.
Oh, we cut from this moment to you on a dock with what little things you have ownership of, right?
I just imagine Louis with a black cloak, but not so big that it covers up the giant wick, the flame at the top.
Of course.
However, it is just like a little black or brown cloth that is just like in a little ball that Louis carries over our back. It is like the size of like a Nintendo or something. Very small. Very, very small.
Love that.
Unfortunately, they do not have enough
Um,
stuff. Just like a few books and like a tiny little coin purse that's like has like little engravings on it from my previous crew.
You keep your very few things you
You just did
own
not want to
on
say
you.
valuables. They're not very valuable.
I was gonna say, I'm like, valuable doesn't feel right
No, it does
in
not.
this situation. You get a little ring as you hear the sound of snail mail again. You look down for him, and he is not there. Instead, at your feet, you see one ticket for the Somnius Arternius with a little note in the same handwriting as the letter you got before that says, "Sorry again for selling your sword. I hope this can make up for it."
Oh, he thinks this he can make up for it. How naive.
In the note as well, there is a little package of 100 gold pieces.
Oh, how generous. Well, this is unexpected, but if it gets me closer to my rapier, I cannot say much more.
You get on the boat. You hand your ticket in to the satyr ticket master at the dock. He was like, "All right, last calls for the Somnius Arternius. Last calls for the. Oh, all right. You see, he takes the ticket. You see, he lights his hand on fire in a typical like roaring flame type of way, like he's about to throw a fireball. But instead of burning anything with it, he takes he takes your ticket and he holds it up to the fire, and he's seeing something in between the paper ticket, and goes, "All right, it's legit. Welcome on board." Oh,
Is it like the scene in Polar Express? With the
100%,
absolutely. Thank you.
100%. He sees you for the first time and goes, "Oh, um,
Bonjour.
welcome aboard. You're in guest room 17. Here are your keys."
Thank you.
And you see a very large 6-deck, essentially, cruise ship. This is somewhere between like a galleon and something larger than it. It's about the height of like a good sailing ship, but about 3 times as long. You walk on board, and you are in the most fancy, opulent place you have been in quite some time.
I feel underdressed. This.
uh,
Do I stink?
you,
I don't know. So many women.
oh, you find your room. You settle down. You put your not so valuable valuables on the desk they give you, and for the first time in many decades, you're able to lay down on a bed with blankets and cushions. And
Do I
I
sink
think,
in and I sink
oh, you
in?
sink in. The burning wick gets a little dimmer, not out of pain, not out of you losing life force, but just for the first time in a very long time, allowing yourself to relax. You're on the hunt. You know the sword is somewhere on this ship. But in the meantime, until then, Louis, you have a moment just to exist. Sawyer,
Yes.
the words of your wife, whose name is
Tuck.
Tuck. The words of your wife, Tuck, kind of echoing around your head. You sit holding all of your valuables, which actually are valuable.
Oh yeah.
All of your weapons, everything you need to kind of exist as this person with this curse, alongside, clothes and food and such.
Yeah.
You stand
Specifically
in the
tailored
city,
to my body.
of course. You stand in the city of Valentino, in the Sea of Curses. Valentino is an interesting case. The Sea of Curses is not a great place to be, all things considered. Who would have guessed, right?
Yes.
Not me.
It-
Hello? That is where I was born!
It's also where...
Wait,
No,
you did.
it
It's
wasn't...
also where nightmares live and
We do.
breathe and stuff.
That is true. So, Valentino is the biggest city in the Sea of Curses, and it's kind of a metropolis. It's weird because for outside people, they go to the Sea of Curses, a nightmare gets created, and it's the worst thing they've ever experienced, right?
Yeah.
But you're not alone as some of the people that live in the Sea of Curses full time, right?
Yes.
And you're walking around Valentino, people come here for any number of reasons, but as you're kind of walking through the city with these very tall stone buildings, some of them are wood, some of them are made out of glass,
What?
you see there's like a bakery, and like you've been here before, so none of this is really surprising as someone who you can essentially consider yourself a native of the Sea of Curses. But it's like people have this outside idea of what the Sea of Curses is, and while they're not necessarily wrong, there is life that lives and exists here. You pass by a bakery that's fully like a bakery, and it's like, how do you have a bakery, in this type of place, but you smell the bread and it smells just as sweet as bread made anywhere else? You head forward to the dock, kind of with a deeper appreciation of who you are protecting in the Sea of Curses as this nightmare hunter.
Yes.
You wait on the dock.
As I'm waiting. Oh,
Yes.
sorry. As I'm
No,
waiting.
of course.
I get just a premonition. I should write a letter to talk. I pull out a little notebook and I sit down at a nearby table and I pull out my little pen. Dear Tuck, I'm about to board the ship and I am very excited. However, I must say that I am quite nervous. I am very afraid of being around this crowd of people. To be honest, I don't even know if I can search for Valentino. I might just try to stay in my room, but I know that's not the right thing to do. Then, at the end, anyways, I'll try to send you some gifts. Love you. And then it says that I sign at the bottom, Puck. I roll it up. Now, if I can find some snail mail around here.
You hear the sound as snail mail goes, "Yeah, what's up?"
Oh, delightful. Could you please deliver this to...
Oh, your wife? Yeah,
Yes, certainly.
sure. All right, that'll just be 15 gold since it's in the same sea.
Of course. I pull out my little pouch. I try to count them individually, very deliberately.
Of course.
As well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 15.
Wonderful. I have found that when I'm spending this money in other seas, people don't really care if it's from the Sea of Curses, as long as the gold still shines.
Interesting.
There's a
factoid.
deeper meaning there, I think, but I'm too busy delivering letters to figure it out. Anyway, could you look away?
Of course.
You
I
hear
turn
snail
in the
mail's
direction.
leaving sound, and he disappears.
Okay.
Puck, could you give me a perception check as you are here on this dock?
Of course, I'm proficient.
Love
with
that. When you are proficient with a check, instead of pulling 2 cards, you will pull 3 cards and use the higher 2 out of the 3. Now, while you are on this dock, you're kind of sitting on a bench. You see the Somnius Arturnus. It is this very, very large, impressive ship, as I have described to Jaden. They haven't let out. They haven't let out the gangplank yet, so people aren't being allowed aboard quite yet. But you see it's there, and you see people are getting ready. You have all this stuff. You're here early. What'd you get on that check?
I got a 9 and a 6. Neither of mine chose the suit, so that is 15 minus 1. Which is 14.
Which is a 14.
Nothing
Yeah,
crazy.
with 13 being average, on a 14, you're sitting on this bench. You're kind of just waiting for the ship to be ready for you to get on, right?
Yes.
You notice there's some weird, like, there's large boxes being carried on board.
Large boxes. How big would you say
Like,
compared to me?
these are like 8 square boxes, like 8 feet by 8 feet by 8 feet. Like, they're not small.
Oh.
And they're made
Okay.
out of this deep black dreadwood, which give me a history check. Let's make this one with proficiency.
Okay. That's wonderful. Still not a great
13.
average.
Since you live here and you work in, like, with nightmares specifically, dreadwood is a wood that is grown specifically in the Sea of Curses and can only be grown in the Sea of Curses. Dreadwood is effective specifically against nightmares. But it's also the only wood that grows here. So just because a thing is using dreadwood, that does not mean it's like dealing with nightmares.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
like any pieces of wood of any, I shouldn't say it's the only wood that grows in the Sea of Darkness, but you have to like treat like the dirt specialty to grow different types of trees.
Yeah.
So like a lot of, like most of the wood in any of your weapons would be dreadwood.
Okay.
So yeah, you see these boxes are being carried aboard, and you see that there's a long line of people that are now waiting to get on the boat, and they're waiting for these boxes to be carried.
Okay. Can I try to silently observe from the sidelines, see if I can listen
Of
to
course.
anything they're saying?
Give me another perception check, or if you want to, you can make this investigation as well.
I would rather
Love
make
it.
this perception because I just drew the ace of my chosen suits.
Love it.
As well as an 8 of my chosen
Ace
suit.
of your chosen. That's 15 plus 8 is a 23.
And plus 1 because the 8 is my
Oh,
chosen
so that's
suit as
24 plus your
well.
because of your
Minus
wisdom.
1
So
because-
23 is
yeah.
still an insanely good check. You kind of stand up and walk towards the edge of the dock, looking like you're just either looking out at the ocean or looking out at the ship, and you overhear them kind of muttering to themselves, just like, ooh, kind of just like groaning under what seems to be the weight of this box, right? But as you kind of glance over it and you look closer, something inside is moving.
Well, he thinks to himself just, well, I know that Valentino has a lot of business practices. I didn't know nightmare transport was one of them.
Yeah, you know, I think you can very, very easily come to that conclusion.
Peculiar.
It's about another hour and a half when the gangplank is finally lowered, and the satyr kid comes out, sets up his little booth, goes, all right, let me check your tickets. He's doing the same thing with each of the tickets, where he's lighting his hand on fire, making sure that the ticket is a valid ticket, right? He comes to yours and he goes like, all right, that's valid. And then he looks up at you and he goes,
What? Something the matter? Is there something on my face? Is there something on my face? Is something on my clothes? Did I get a stain anywhere?
I'm not
Please tell me if there's a
sure
stain.
you're, I mean, you don't have any weapons on you, right?
No.
But you're in full armor. You looking for a fight, buddy?
This is no. This is not armor. I understand. I understand the misconception. I really understand the misconception. This is not armor. I swear. Look at this. This is my skin. This is my exoskeleton. I'm a potato. I have a condition. It's a
I'm gonna need a persuasion check. I'm gonna say this is a DC 16.
Okay. Oh, that's not great. Oh, that's not good. That is a 13.
13. He goes, "You know how many times people have tried to wear armor on this boat and claim it's just their skin? I'm not blind, buddy. Step off to the side. I'll deal with you later." Step off to the
I swear.
side!
Oh,
You
dear
step off to the
me.
side. The rest of the line comes through. A satyr and a non-doi come out to you. The non-doi is just buff. This moth guy is just built. You see that he is just openly wearing brass knuckles just on his hands. These giant,
Okay.
like, bulbous eyes just like staring in to you, and this like the frown lines on his face are so intense. This is the first non-doi you've ever seen with like a beard.
Ooh,
The
okay.
satyr walks over as well. He has this contraption. The nightmare hunters are not new to artificing or giant's magic. A lot of them have
Yeah.
weird, like, mechanical things. There's like swords that turn into chainsaws and all manner of weird weapons and guns and stuff. As is kind of
Yeah.
not only the culture of the Nightmare Hunters, but is the culture of people that live in the Sea of Curses full time. You see, this satyr has this weird blunderbuss rifle that's about 7.5 feet long. The end of the gun
Oh my
comes out
gosh.
in such a wide, like it's such a wide exit. It almost looks like one of those old like record players. Like, dude is the opposite of a
What?
silencer. They both walk over to you. The non-Goya goes, "Right, I'm going to need you to remove your armor."
I understand that sounds crazy, but this is not armor. No matter how hard you try, you're gonna be pulling off my exoskeleton. You're just gonna see flesh underneath.
We will be judge of that. And points over, and the satyr
I
starts to walk up
swear.
to you, takes this rifle off of his back, and is just like holding it in his hands. He pops the scope open, and then takes the scope off of the rifle. You see it's built in some modular way, and as you look closer at his outfit, you see on the inner line of his jacket he has several other scopes. He takes the
Interesting,
scope
okay.
off, kind of moves your arm up, puts the scope real close to the line where the metal meets your flesh, and looks in and goes, yeah, it looks like it's a part of his skin. Probably one of the Amjai curses." The
Yes, I should have led with that.
non-Doi
Sorry.
goes, "You were cursed here? Are
Yes,
you
I was.
are
From the
you
day I was
are you a
born.
part of Wait, are you one of Jimmy's Potato?"
Well, yes, I
Ah,
am.
You know, they have done great work over there in the Sea of Winds. So sorry for the interruption, sir. Please, enjoy your time. Enjoy your time on the Somnus
It's okay.
Arternius.
I appreciate it. Sorry for the misunderstanding. I should have gotten there the other way sooner.
You are allowed onto the boat. You are given guest room 21.
Okay.
We are now going to cut over to Cherri Vivaldi. Cherri, it has been 2 days
What?
since
Wait.
all of your siblings died.
What? Great.
You are in guest room 24 after strong handing and threatening your way into a ticket on this
Yeah, that
boat.
sounds about right.
You hear a knock at your door.
I didn't ask for room service.
It wasn't you, it was someone else ordered a drink to your room.
What the Okay, just leave it at the bottom of the door. I'll pick it up in a second.
These doors open outwards, so I'm gonna leave it a little bit of the way so you don't knock the drink over when you open the door.
Okay, thank you. Mm.
Of course. There's also there's also a letter I was asked to read.
You were asked to read a letter?
I don't know, man. I just work here.
Alright, kid. Read me the letter.
All right. Hello. My name is, and then he pauses for a second. Sarzia.
Sarzia?
I don't know. I've never seen these letters in this order before.
Sazia?
It says, I have been following you for some time. Oh boy, that doesn't sound
Okay,
great. That's not a part of the
how
letter.
about how about
Sorry.
you just slide it under the door? I'll slide you a gold piece, and we forget this ever happened while you go get me a nice pasta, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go get me the best flipping pasta you have on this gosh darn boat, and then you bring that back to me, okay?
Okay. The letter gets slipped under your door.
All right, here's 1 gold. Go get the pasta. I'll give you another when you get back.
The letter says, hello, my name is Saoirse.
Saoirse.
I have been following you for some time, and I believe we may be able to work together. The letter continues, my name is Saoirse. I believe we may be able to work together. Meet me in 2 days
Well,
by
that's
the
not
hot tub.
ominous. I Yeah,
Wait,
yes,
do you want me to go get the pasta
go get
now?
me a pasta and a glass of wine.
You hear the fastest like hooves against wood you have ever heard like just someone clomping off, so scared, ready to go get this thing so fast.
Yeah.
Cherri, you're in the Sea of Curses right now.
Mm-hmm.
You were in the Sea of Darkness, which was new.
There's this
and
thing called a
exciting.
night, and I mean, like I didn't cycles. What? It cycles. You don't have to travel to go to the nighttime area.
To be 100% honest, I don't think you would learn that from the Sea of Darkness or the Sea of Curses, which are both always at nighttime.
I can't see at all because everything's so dark. I'm so used to just it constantly being sun all the time. Like I'm struggling to adjust to the darkness.
That's real. I feel like Cherri, and this is a backstory thing, but I feel like Cherri would have been to the Sea of Tears
but
before.
there's a moon in the sky at all times, which is still pretty light, and so complete darkness is
that is fair. Yeah. The Sea of Darkness, yeah, and then here in the Sea of Curses is a little off. You hear a message come over the little announcement system. Actually, all 3 of you hear this.
Announcement.
Is that the announcement?
I'm so sorry.
That is not the
I'm
announcement.
so sorry. That was kind of perfect timing, though.
That was amazing.
Was really good.
No, the announcement goes, this is your captain speaking. As you might have known, we've now been in the Sea of Curses for a few hours. We've picked up our new people from the city of Valentino. We are making our way back to the Sea of Wine to go visit the Sons Divine. Now, I want to give you just a little bit of a warning here in the Sea of Curses. We have some very strong anti-magic engines here aboard that should discourage the creation of any more nightmares affecting you, our friends specifically. But if one does appear, just know that our security team will be on it. Do not feel the need to attack or damage these nightmares. Our security team will take a hold of them and make them pay for what they did to you, our loyal customers.
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. Oh, cough.
Foreshadowing. Oh
It's
god.
quite aggressive. That's not the way you should treat with a nightmare.
Hey, could I have all you guys give me a forced wisdom check?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Are you kidding me?
I'm not sure, Jaden, I'm not sure it's considered a foreshadowing if it directly leads into something else. If I pull a trigger, that's not foreshadowing you getting shot if I'm pointing the gun at you.
Wild.
I'm just saying.
Oh my
Give me a wisdom check
I
DC
have
21.
a minus.
Everybody?
Oh god.
20. I missed it by
Everyone.
1. I got a 20.
Okay, I got a Joker, so that gives me a luck point.
Yes, it does.
Oh, let's go.
Luck point.
Hello, luck point.
Man, I wish I was clubs.
Man,
That is all I can say.
I need to
Okay.
remember my accent.
What is the DC? 20?
The DC's 21.
Well, like,
Ah,
I did not make it.
I didn't make
Started
it.
And
off
that's all right.
so
I didn't
well.
make it either. I got a
I-
king and a
Oh,
9.
wait,
What did you all get? You got a 9. What did Jade? What did you get?
15.
Oh.
15. Don't worry.
So sorry to adjust real time, but Sawyer, could you turn your volume up, your gain up a little bit?
Of course.
Come on, Sawyer,
How's
you're
that?
a little quiet.
Mhm.
How's that?
Yes.
Amazing.
Wonderful.
Well done.
You got. Don't worry. I got a 15 as well.
Twinsies!
I got a
You got it. So
I got a 22, but I have a
everybody
-2 to
fails.
wisdom.
Are you
Oh,
kidding?
Oh wait, no,
bad.
it's 14 because my -1 as well.
So
Oh,
I missed it by
brother.
one.
Nice.
What an amazing group.
I used to be so smart, so wisdom, and now I have nothing.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to start with Cherri.
Okay, great.
Cherri, you hear another knock at the door. Let me in.
Is it the pasta kid?
Let me in.
Who is this?
Let me in the door.
No.
I'm not asking.
I don't. Who are you?
Cherri, Cherri, it's your voice.
Fuck.
Whoever's on the other side is banging on the door
Oh.
very loud now. Let me in or I'll gut you like the fish your father thinks you are. Let me in. Open
I'm
up.
confused. I'm covered. I have like 15 blankets on right now,
Oh,
and so
love
I'm like
that.
ripping off layer by layer, and like having to unhook it from my horn, and like I'm trying to get through this. I'm coming. Come, your horses.
You open the door eventually. It starts to get a lot more aggressive. Like, you're scum on this earth. You better open this door. You better open this door.
I'm working on it.
Ah, you're good for nothing, kid. You better open this door or I swear. Yeah, you're just having this shouting match with a voice that sounds like yourself.
Yeah, and after I detangle myself, I'm still in my little white button-down pajama shirt, and I go and I open the door.
Of course. You come face to face with yourself, but you see a face that has never touched glaze, as you see a sober version of yourself.
God,
I need you to look at me, Cherri.
God damn, I'm handsome, and I'm gonna sock him in the face.
I need you to. He starts to say, I need you to look at a face that your father would have. I'm gonna say you hit. Pull 2 cards for damage.
Perfect. This better be good, I swear. That's a king and a queen of hearts.
So how much damage is that?
Well, these are both my chosen suit, so.
Love it.
The king is a
14 and a 13. That's 27. Because you are not trained in melee attacks,
I am. Wait a
you
minute.
do not add anything.
Yeah, I have hand-to-hand combat.
You have hand-to-hand
Yeah.
combat? Oh, never mind. Add your strength.
Oh, yay! Well, so that's a +4.
So that's goodness gracious. That's 14 plus it's 27 plus 4 is 31.
I love this.
Now-
oh my gosh.
You sock this guy and you knock his jaw off. Like clean off the face.
Ain't so pretty
how
now,
many hit
huh?
points do you have, Cherri? Cherri, how many hit points do you have?
So, funny story, I don't think we completely updated it, and so I have 43.
It's just 25 plus your constitution.
I have a +4 to con, so...
Oh, 25 plus twice your constitution, so you would have 33.
Okay, so yeah, I have 33 health.
So you do 31 damage to this guy. You knock him like flat on the floor, and what was supposed to be this terrifying moment turns into you turning this perfect clone of yourself into a jawless, just like Family Guy death pose on
Oh
the
my
floor.
Ain't so pretty.
You get ready to round
now,
another
huh?
one, and you hear a call from the other side of this hallway. This is right into like the open hallway where you can see all of the guest
Mhm.
rooms. Hey! You're not allowed to hurt the nightmares. Back off.
I knowing that like I don't like back away, but I don't do anything more. I'm still standing my ground in case this thing gets back up.
Move to the side. This other version of you starts like hands on the floor, is like picking himself up. Unlike other nightmares being scary for the like fact of being scary, this version of you not being scary is meant to be scary to you. So it's not like the nightmares in Louis' backstory that were like bone breaking and standing up and like weird demon things. This guy just stands back up.
Before he gets up, can I kick him? Just foot to the gut.
I'm going to say, do you move out of the way when the guy yells at you to move out of the way?
I mean, he's like 2 hit points now, right?
Yeah.
I think I can just kill him right now, and so I just want to get it over with.
Give me a dexterity, a forced dexterity check. This is a DC 17.
Ooh, that's really bad. I got an ace of not my chosen suit and a 7. And you say dexterity? With a +2.
So that will be a 9. Yeah. You go to kick this guy, and you feel a net collapse around you.
Hey, what the?
And you are forced into prone as you fall onto the floor. This net hurts. It's being fired very quickly, and you see tied into the black rope are pieces of dreadwood bark. And these thick iron ball bearings at the edge of the net that force you to the ground.
I thrash, obviously. I don't like this.
This nightmare version of you stands up, picks his jaw up off the ground, and puts it back on, and goes, "That's something you could never do." And then a net hits him, and he goes flying and falls to the ground as well. You see the dreadwood affect his body a lot more. This is clearly a nightmare.
Right.
The large satyr and the large nondoi I described before walk up and pick up this nightmare version of you and drag it off by the net. Another satyr runs up to you, and the main satyr goes, "No, not a nightmare, just a customer that wouldn't comply. Let him back into his room."
I almost had him.
You see sprinting down the hall, 5'1", just like maybe a 13-year-old satyr boy, holding this pasta in one hand and a crossbow in the other one, goes, "I got your pasta."
Where's...
Just like you are fully in the net on the floor, and he crouches down and looks you dead in the eyes and goes, "I got your pasta."
I feel so seen in this moment. Thanks, kid.
As he takes out a little knife from his shoe and starts to cut you out, we're gonna cut over to Louis. Louis.
It is so nice to be in a bed. It is so nice.
You are back home in the Sea of Curses.
Never mind.
It has been quite some time since you've been here. And while, the closest you can get is standing on the upper deck of this cruise ship, what has Louis done in the past 12 hours of being in the Sea of Curses?
Well, I would think that Louis has just been up feeling the breeze on their hat, I guess. They don't have any hair. It's just wax. It is just wax, and they feel the breeze, and they... My goodness. It is so relieving to them. They go down to get some food. They look at 5 fun little... Can you not? Sorry, that is my cat trying to burglar her way into my room.
There is a cat outside your door, but you're so happy to be here, you don't even care.
Yes. Oh my goodness. But Louis is feeling the breeze, looking at the sea like it is something they have always seen as home. They go to eat. They try to figure out where is their rapier. I think
Yes.
that they go and try to find any like informational desk like that has like the brochures of like what to do, like ziplining or fun
Of course.
poetry night.
Of
Do you
course.
think they would have like a competition, like a dating competition where the couples compete in games to get free drinks? Because if that is a thing, I would like to participate.
I don't think that's necessarily a thing. There's a lot of gambling, and so there's
This
a
is
lot
true.
of like tournaments of gambling. You ask about a sword, your sword specifically. Give me a persuasion check.
All right, going to shuffle my deck, and I think, rationally speaking, I think that if anything, the sword would be up for maybe auction, or because it is quite valuable.
Of
It's quite
course.
pretty, quite elegant. So I would
Mm,
think that it would be in like an auction because these
mm,
gamblers they like pretty things.
of course.
That is a seven of clubs and a jack of spades, which spades is my chosen suit.
Awesome. 7 of clubs, and so it's 12 plus 7 is 19. What's your charisma?
+2.
Plus 2, so that is a 21. You ask. Yeah, I'm gonna say there is kind of a event connoisseur who is here, who goes, oh, um, she's this non-doy woman who's kind of just in the middle of a bunch of books and pamphlets and goes like, oh yeah, yeah. The sword of the legendary Curseborn Louis. Yeah, no, it's in our pit in the final night of gambling before we get back. That's going to be, sorry, pot. It's a part of the pot. Final night of gambling. Whoever wins gets the entire pot. So we have a bunch of we have about 3,000 gold and a bunch of artifacts there as well. That's one of the artifacts that's up to play. If you're a real big collector and you don't win, you could probably buy it off of whoever wins, but that is a priceless. And then she looks up and sees you and goes,
So,
I see.
mademoiselle, can
Yes.
you explain to me this, how I get into this pot?
Right. Well, because you have a ticket onto this cruise, you can join any of our games with a starting amount of chips for poker. So I think that equals to about 1,200 gold worth of chips. And then you just play in the tournament, and you can, if you win everything, like all the games will lead up to a final game. uh the pot is not, you can tell she's like kind of awestruck and is kind of like going back to her programming, for lack of a better term, on what to say to people. She looks
All
up and goes,
right.
um so we'll play with games with everyone on board, and then whoever ends with the most money after each game gets to move on to the next game, and then whoever has the most money won at the end of the final game gets to keep all their winnings plus the pot.
I see. Thank you so much for your help, mademoiselle. Do you have a map or pamphlet I can borrow?
Of the boat?
Yes.
Yeah. And she hands you a piece of paper, and it is the map I have sent to the Discord. I'm going to resend it again.
Amazing. Can I grace her hand?
Of
as
course.
I-
To cut back to this evening, You are just laying on your bed. You're in the Sea of Curses. You've been on this ship for about 24 hours, right?
Big day. Big long
And
day. I do not do many things. I haven't done many things in a while. This has been very exhausting.
And you hear there's some commotion outside of your room. On that failed wisdom check, you do not summon a nightmare, as Curseborns
Or
mechanically
nightmares.
cannot create more nightmares. Even though you do dream and can have nightmares, those never manifest. What you do feel is an itch on your left hand, an itch you haven't felt since the day you lost your sword. You can call for it. What do you do?
I think Louis starts to panic, starts to drip waxy sweat. Louis does not know and has not felt this in a very long time. The last time this thing happened, it did not end well for the others. However, if it is even a slight chance to get the rapier back, Louis goes to itch the scratch.
You go and you wait for this feeling, this almost euphoric feeling you have being connected to this weapon. And instead, it stopped.
Stopped?
And it stopped. You feel the sword banging and clanging against something, and you can almost hear it as you were on the fourth deck, the lower deck right above the hold. You think it's below the hold.
In some kind of vault?
Yes, at the bottom of the ship.
How peculiar.
You step out of your room anyway. You see across the hallway. You see there are two satyrs talking to each other, and you see they both get covered in nets, and one of them gets pulled away, and then the other one is just kind of left in the net as a very young satyr is trying to cut them out.
Kid,
What the heck?
Don't worry. Just don't drop my pasta. I can get out. Just don't drop the pasta.
What the heck
Just
is going on here?
All right.
I work my way out of the rope.
I'm gonna need a strength
Okay.
check.
That's 2 cards, right?
2 cards.
Oh,
I'm gonna
that's
say
bad.
DC 16.
Ooh, I got 8. I did really
So
good on
this-
killing this guy.
An 8!
I did
Oh,
really good at
jeez.
killing this guy, and then it's like everything else is gonna be bad. Let me shuffle my deck.
This Cherri, this net is on top of you, and there are these thick iron ball bearings that hold it to the ground. You go to just stand up, and you can't.
Oh.
The best you can do is kind of sit crisscross applesauce. Like, you can move them around, but trying to lift all of these up at once is not working. Louis, you see this.
I cautiously step over.
I figured I've got like my horns also stuck in it, so I'm like mouse in a glue trap kind of position.
Of course. This satyr that brought you this pasta, Cherri, has set the pasta down and is trying to use like the butter knife that comes with it to cut this very like thick industrial rope.
Bonjour.
Hi.
You seem to be in a sticky situation.
You
Is
could
that,
say that. Yeah, you could say that.
What did you do? How did this? This is supposed to be a safe boat.
I was kicking ass and they didn't like that, so they, can you help me?
Yes. I am sorry, but
Can
I cannot touch that very.
oh great.
Can I inspect the? Can I inspect the trap?
The net?
Yes.
Yes. Dreadwood doesn't have that much of an effect on Curseborn. And you think you, as a Curseborn who has spent a very long time outside of the Sea of Curses, have kind of acclimated to it, it's not going to, like, cut your hand off if you try to lift the net up.
All right. Well, I guess I'll help. All right. Hello, little lad. Come on. Let us. Okay. On the count of 1, 2, 3, we are going to lift it.
What?
And we are going to get it out. Okay? 1, 2, 3.
Okay, could both of you give me a strength check?
Ooh, that's much better. Okay, that's a king and a 6 plus
Joker!
4. Joker!
Oh, you both got jokers?
No.
I got a joker.
Oh,
I
we
get
were just
the
celebrating
points.
Jaden's joker.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I like
Love
a
that,
reason to
love that.
celebrate. I got a
Of course.
king and a 6 plus a 4.
I got a
13, 19, 23.
Yay.
Jack, 2, and 1.
Jack. Okay. Why is it my job to do everyone's math? You got a 14.
I can't
Wonderful.
do math.
I know, but I'm already doing so much math in my head, and there's 2 other players that can.
Sorry.
I thought you just loved talking, you know? Just like, you know.
No, I've said the more you guys talk, the better.
Also, you're just really, really good at math.
You're
I
just
guess
so
so.
good at math. You're so good.
You're really good at fast
but
math.
when I'm running games, there's so much other things going on in my head.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sawyer,
All right.
Yes.
you failed the check.
I sure did.
What happens from your failed check is not immediately obvious.
Oh.
And I don't think we'll get to it this episode.
Oh.
Sawyer, or I should say Pock, you hear commotion from outside your room.
This entire time, I haven't even left my room. I've just been so stressed about what I'm gonna wear, and, like, what people are gonna, like, see me. Should I wear this vest? No, that makes my arms look too big. How about this suit? That makes my shoulders look far too broad, even though they are pretty broad. What about these pants? Dang it all! Why do I have such a weird body? And then I hear all the commotion outside. Oh, there seems to be quite a bit of hubbub going on out there. I open the door.
You see this satyr in a net, this very young, scared satyr holding a plate full of this, like, chicken penny tomato pasta, and you see clearly a Curseborn.
A Curseborn?
Well, I don't think you just see a Curseborn. Pock, could you give me a intelligence check? Sorry, a history check.
Yeah, of course. That's intelligence, correct?
It is.
Okay, wonderful. That is a 7 plus an 8. That is 15 plus 3. That is 18.
18.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. I think I might have gotten my math wrong.
This is why we don't do math.
Yeah.
No. Yes, it is an 18. Sorry.
Okay, so
I just
that's
had to
why we
recheck
do
the
do
stats.
math.
No, I was just rechecking my
We're
stats.
really
I'm
proud
gonna
of
do
you,
math.
Sawyer.
We're really
And-
proud.
And that's
Really
okay.
proud.
And that's okay. Sawyer, you... I should say Pock. Pock, you step out and you see the situation on the ground. You see the satyr stand up and, in this feat of strength, brush this net off of them. You also see Louis Paraffin, the first Curseborn.
There's no way. I immediately shut my door and
Yeah,
I run to the desk in my room as I flip through all my various notebooks and stuff like that. Surely it can't be. It can't be. As I scroll through my sort of logbook of Curseborn and Nightmare history.
the interesting thing about Curseborn and how they work is that Curseborn can't create nightmares themselves and can't inspire new Curseborns. So even if a non-Curseborn has a nightmare about a Curseborn, that's not going to turn into a new one. So each Curseborn essentially is unique, which means there's no one that's ever really looked like Louis since.
Yeah, I just like am in utter shock that I have to check to make
Yes.
sure as I'm flipping through my notebook, and then I get to a page on like Curseborn history.
Love that.
I'm reading through, and then there I see it. It's Louis Paraffin. Just like, oh, dearie me, I don't even know if I can walk up to it. Do I ask for a handshake? This is once an opportunity of this is once a lifetime opportunity. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. As I look in the mirror and I sort of brush the dust off. Okay. Oh gosh, Taka's gonna freak out about this. As I open my door very slowly and I pretend to walk past all the commotion going on, and then I very obviously like fake like, hey, wait a minute, aren't you Louis?
What are you, a
I am
fangirl?
only imagining Sawyer as big, like Puck as big as they are, taking up maybe even more than half the hallway, trying to like, excuse me.
Sorry.
Wait a minute.
I know,
know
you.
Wait a
but,
minute.
like, it is crazy to be like on a cruise and hear a commotion and then just see George Washington outside.
Quite literally.
Like,
a
I feel
minute.
for Pac. I get it.
Wait a minute.
You're Louis Paraffin. The name's Pock. It's a pleasure to meet you. As he reach out his obviously shaking hand.
Hello. Hello, big guy. How are you? You are correct. I am Louis. How are you? What is your name?
My name is Pock. I'm a nightmare hunter. I hunt nightmares to protect them. We don't like hunt curseborns, but oh my gosh, it's such an honor to meet the first. It's the first curseborn. It's the first curseborn. I can't believe I'm actually meeting you.
Yeah,
In the flesh.
I'm just over
You see,
here
Louis has
eating
not
my
has
pasta.
Louis has not has have any social interaction for quite a while, so just give you one moment.
We are. Pock is also very shaken up, trying to put on like a facade of like very like like excited, but he is very nervous. You also notice that like as he's like talking to you, his expression hasn't changed from a straight metal face. As he has the metal mask adorned in between both of his pincers, just staring at you. So it's very off-putting.
Oh God!
Terrifying.
And Louis has not had a interaction with a lot of people in the last 4 decades. So seeing as big as a person that Puck is, and having them pinches in Louis' eyes, I put that in quotes because they do not have eyes. Louis like, this is very cool, but I do not know how to respond. It is very cool. Hello, Puck. This is very nice to meet you. So you are a nightmare hunter?
As he lets go of your hand eagerly and like puts it to his side, he puts his hands behind his back as he stands up straight. Yes, I am a nightmare hunter. It's a very, very interesting line of work. Hunting nightmares.
Can imagine.
And nightmare hunting. And other hunting nightmares.
Hunting
Such.
nightmares?
Yes, we nightmare hunt. Hunts nightmares.
Do we need
Right.
to get like a table to go sit down with? Like, what? You guys seem like you
Yes.
need like a lunch date kind of thing.
Oh, right. Are you
Wait, no.
all right?
What?
What is your name?
Oh,
Are you all right?
There's like still like pieces of like basil stuck into his teeth, and like even with his mouth fully closed, you could still see it through his clear lip. My name's Cherri. I'm about to head to the
Hello.
bar to get a cup of wine for this. If you guys are also going, I'm Cherri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Are you still sitting on the floor?
I figured like yeah, like as soon as the net was thrown off of me, I was like, oh right, pasta time. And I've just been like kind of like eating my pasta in the corner while you guys have been talking.
I see.
It's very good pasta.
I offer my hand to help you out.
Oh,
I think we both do. We give. I offered to hold the plate of
Oh,
pasta.
thank you. Yeah, I was so conflicted between holding my pasta and grabbing both of your hands because you're both mighty fine looking, I gotta say. Yeah,
Sorry, I'm taken.
understood. Here's my pasta. Here's my hands. Let's go get a cup of wine on me.
I know I can pay. I have plenty of speckle.
Alrighty,
Gold.
perfect. That works
Right.
really great for me. I'm really poor, actually.
You all head to the bar under these circumstances.
We all join hands and skip off to the bar.
That is not what happened.
In perfect harmony, we
Skip
go
off into
to
the
the
sunset,
distance.
and it plays our the outro music.
No.
Moon
I
has
mean,
to leave on a cliffhanger.
Dang it! I hate that you know that about me. Okay. The satyr that brought you the pasta is still there, Cherri.
Oh, I give him
looking at
his
these
gold.
two.
Yeah, the other gold I owe
Oh,
him.
yes. Not staring at this giant metal bug guy, or this melty wax person, or this like hot satyr with a transparent face. He is instead staring down the hallway, and he goes, "Why did they carry the nightmare away?"
As they said on the intercom, they're gonna go punish them or something.
Why?
Punish.
Why didn't they just kill it?
That's what I'm saying. I had it on 2 hit points. Not that you know what that means.
I think it's like some improper handling of nightmares.
You all go to discuss this at the bar, and that will be the end of today's episode. Thank you all so
Thank
much.
you.
I'm gonna record a separate outro later, but this has
Thank you.
been amazing.
We've all met up.
Yeah.
We've all met up,
Yeah.
finally.
And we're all gonna
It
go
took
out for
2
drinks.
episodes.
All that's left is our first combat.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh.
I kind of beat you guys to it. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna be useless.
All right, folks. We'll see you all in the next one.
Goodbye.
Everyone say bye at once.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
I love you.
This has been episode 2 of Tales from the 12 Mystic Seas, Campaign A. If you haven't listened to the B-Team campaign yet, check it out on this same channel. If you had a good time, please consider leaving us a review on your podcast app of choice. Thank you for listening, and good night. May your soul rest its weary third eye.